Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris Mooneyham, and welcome to this week's edition of the Positive Athlete Georgia Spotlight of the Week. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and coming back as we are, we're right smack dab in the middle of the holiday season. So thanks for coming back with us and giving us about 5 minutes of your time. The stories continue to flow into Positive Athlete Georgia. Some incredible statistics and stories, inspirational stories about some of the fine young men and women involved in high school sports across the Empire State of the South, involved in their communities, their churches, their student governments, or their county and city governments, and of course, involved with their teams as well. And remember, we can't come about these great stories without you, the viewer. We need your help. You're the key to the nomination process. I'll give you more information on that when we get to the end of our little web blog here this week. But without further ado, let's give you our nominees for this week. We start with Graham Parris, a senior boys baseball player from Duluth High School over in Gwinnett County. He's a worship leader for FCA and occasionally helps lead worship for Young Life as well. Graham, during his junior and senior years, volunteered his time as a youth intern in charge of planning the worship for each Sunday evening, along with other interns at Duluth First United Methodist Church. And finally, Mr. Parris, every summer now volunteers his time with Coach Conley to help with 2 baseball camps each summer at Peachtree Corners Baptist Church, helping children ages 6 through 13 learn the fundamentals of baseball. That is so very underrated. I love to hear that, love to see it. Nothing like having the young men and women teach fundamentals inside of their own sport to the younger people, and especially in baseball here in the state of Georgia. So for these reasons and many more, of course, Graham Parris, a senior at Duluth High School, is one of our nominees this week. Time now to shift over to the ladies' side, and we'll start with senior cheerleader from Starr's Mill High School down in Fayette County. It's Emily Herrmann. Miss Herman participates in a school preschool program, helping to run a modified preschool of 18 3-year-olds. Good thing I don't have any hair. I'd probably be pulling it out. 18 3-year-olds that receive NAEYCE certification. Wow, that alone, that could be the only thing I read about Miss Herman this week, and it would be awfully impressive. Let me put on the spectacles here and make sure I get this last one right. Emily also volunteers and participates in a multitude of clubs, including Beta Club, National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. Love that program. National Technical Honor Society. Some of you may not have heard of that. National Technical Honor Society, Healthcare Occupation Students of America, and People's Elementary Mentoring. Emily Herman, a fine example of how a young person's able to budget their time and spend it inside of the community. And that's why we honor the senior from Starr's Mill High School, Emily Herman. And finally this week, we stay on the ladies' side with Nicole Henderson, a senior golfer from Blessed Trinity Catholic School in Fulton County. Miss Henderson is a member of a Life Teen Youth Group at her church and attends weekly meetings. She voted Student Government House Leader, where she's one of 8 students that made decisions for the school and the school's students. And finally, she participated in a Live in You Life Teen mission trip to Tampa, Florida. So many great stories this week, and a great way to top it with a senior golfer from Blessed Trinity Catholic School, Miss Nicole Henderson. Again, remember, folks, you are the key to the nomination process. We cannot do it without you. Well, we probably could, but we certainly wouldn't have the same volume of nominations that we have and have had over the last couple of years. Remember, the program is continuing to grow. You can go to georgia.positiveathlete.org for further details. That's georgia.positiveathlete.org for further details. You can be a teammate, you can be a coach, You can be an administrator, a faculty member at the school. You can be a brother or a sister. That's right. You can be a family member as well. Some people always assume that you can't nominate a family member. That is simply not true. In fact, we encourage that. We want that because you are on the ground and you're seeing every day what these people are putting in to being a better person and bettering their community. So you can be a brother, a sister, a parent, a grandfather, a grandmother. It does not matter. Just go to georgia.positiveathlete.org for further details. Until next week, I'm Chris Mooneyham for the Positive Athlete Georgia Spotlight of the Week.